Get ready for the show, it's about to begin. Pro fan talk when we dive right in. Sports talk, hot takes, ain't nothing we lack. We the real fans, nothing holding us back. Mic check, 1, 2, y'all know the drill. We bringing the energy, we keep it real. From touchdowns on the Gridiron on the slam dunks on the court. Every sport, every game, we holding down the fort. We breaking down the plays, dissecting the stats. Pro fan talk, we keeping it fat. Debating with passion, no filter, no doubt. We the voice of the fans, we scream and we shout.
Is the game over? Is it over? Oh yeah, that was a nice nap. That was a nice nap. Man, that was boring. The halftime was boring. I'm not try to give Bad Bunny a shot, but I'm like, bro, I just that wasn't me. Just didn't speak to me. So yeah. So that was something. And this game was like the with the exception of like the last half of the fourth quarter. Wow. I feel bad now. Now I'm really in my feelings now because we couldn't get the offense good enough to beat this shit. That's a shame. This was horrible. Come on, man. This was terrible. And what did I tell you? Drake May was not going to beat Sam Darnold. Drake May has been absolutely horrible in the playoffs, and he's been horrible in this game too. He. I don't want to hear nobody say shit about Jalen Hurts again. You understand me? You hear what I'm saying? Any of y'all out there, y'all haters on the networks, on ESPN, on the radio, whoever. I don't want to hear a damn thing about Jalen Hurts ever again. Shut up. Shut it up and put it away. Just watching this nonsense. My God. You know what's bad? My damn wife is complaining. That was horrible. My God. This was terrible. This is I am very interested to see what the ratings are for this. The commercials was trash. The halftime, I don't know. If you a Bad Bunny fan, let me know if you liked it. Let me know if you liked it because I thought the Kendrick Lamar halftime was awesome. But if you're not into Kendrick Lamar, I can understand why you wouldn't have liked it. You probably didn't understand what was going on. For the longest time, up until a couple of weeks ago, I thought Bad Bunny was a woman. Like, not because I'm saying he looks like a woman or anything. It's just I had never saw him before. So I assumed somebody named Bad Bunny was a female. That's on me. My bad. But the halftime was I just didn't enjoy it. But I don't know his music. So if anybody in the chat, if you like Bad Bunny, was the halftime show good? You tell me. I'll take my opinion out of it. But I couldn't watch it. I was like, damn, give me at least one song in English. Just one. Give me a bridge or something. Lady Gaga came out there. I understand what she's saying. The only thing about Bad Bunny that I understood was when he was walking down that little grass alleyway and he was singing the end of that song that I hear in all of the social media memes. That's the only thing I recognize in the song by Lady Gaga, which she sung a Spanish version of the of the song. So yeah, so I'll leave that to you Bad Bunny fans. Y'all let me know if you liked it. But the Super Bowl, the movies, the trailers was trash, the commercials was trash. Yeah, this was boring. Congratulations to the Seahawks though, but this was man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm in my feelings again. You see, I got my hat on. I am unwilling to give this title up, but I got to give it up now because we are no longer Super Bowl champions. It belongs to the Seahawks now, and I am not happy that we could not put together a performance to make it to this game because there is no reason. At least they gave it to Kenneth Walker. At least he's the right MVP for the game. But this I do not feel good after this, being a Philadelphia Eagle fan. After seeing what I just saw, we could not put together a team that could beat this performance. That, to me, that's shameful. That is very, very frustrating. We blew a golden opportunity. We blew a golden opportunity. We could not do what it takes to win that game, and we had the pieces in place. And you can't tell me we couldn't have beat the Patriots. Are you serious? Oh my God. Come on, man. Oh, and boy, you said a mouthful right there, man. Oh my God. Can you imagine if Jalen Hurts? I want to hear all of the talk. I want to hear Cam Newton and and Colin Cowherd and Stephen A. Uncle Nocha. I want to hear all of them talk that nonsense about them two game managers that was playing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sam Darnold was average at best. Drake May was terrible. So they got the right MVP. Walker got it. He deserved it. But they get their rings like everybody else. So guess what? I ain't hating on them. I ain't hating on them. But damn it, we wasted a golden opportunity this year. We wasted a golden opportunity this year, man. Wow. And I'm sorry. Y'all know me. Y'all seen some of my videos. Y'all know I am a Mina Kimes fan. But for her to say she voted for Drake May to be the MVP, are you nuts? Come on, Mina. Come on, son. Let's keep it 100. You put a vote for Drake May to be MVP. Get out of here. Get the hell out of here. Golly. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm happy that DeMarcus Lawrence got a Super Bowl ring the year after he left the Cowboys. That's what I'm happy about. So he can rub it in their faces. That was horrible. I told y'all the other day Drake May wasn't beating Sam Darnold, and Sam Darnold didn't even play great. He missed two touchdowns, two wide open touchdowns, overthrew both of them. And I agree with you 100%. If that was Jalen Hurts, they would have called him out right off the bat. Stop playing with me. Stop it. I don't want to hear shit about Jalen Hurts ever again. I do not. I don't care if it's from WIP, 97.5, ESPN, Fox Sports. I don't care who it is. I don't want to hear jack about y'all talking on Jalen Hurts. Stop it. Stop it. Man, oh man. Sam Darnold, congratulations, bro. You did what you had to do to win. Your defense carried you. That's what I want to hear. How his defense carried him. How his defense carried him. Okay, ain't that what they told us to happen to Jalen? Oh my God, this was absolute. This was a horrible. I am very, very interested to see the ratings for this game. The ratings for this game had to be. I want to see what the ratings for that halftime show was because I didn't particularly like it, but apparently there's got to be a lot of Bad Bunny fans. Got to be a lot of Bad Bunny fans. So I'm curious. What nobody turning over to see damn Kid Rock, none of that nonsense, or Jake Paul bitching about it on social media. Man, shut up. If you ain't like it, you ain't like it. Don't nobody watch none of his fights anyway. The Puppy Bowl was better, facts. Neither one of these QBs had 90 yards passing over halftime. Boy, that was a snooze fest. I am sorry. That was a snooze. Wing Bowl was better. Shout out to Wing Bowl. Shout out to Wing Bowl, man. That's what's up. I know everybody was saying that. Jake Paul talking shit, and he live in Puerto Rico. Man, they gonna mess around and ring that bell on the hill and come down and raid his compound. Better stop playing. No congratulations to the Seahawks for winning the Super Bowl as a Patriots fan. Rock, you like Bad Bunny? I wasn't feeling it, but I don't know his music. So if you a Bad Bunny fan and you liked it, then I guess it was worth it. So hey, whatever it is, man. He didn't get my attention. The Timu Birds. Oh my god. Yeah. Whatever happened to the lingerie bowl? Hey, they got a lingerie league now, man. So it is what it is. Uh oh my god. Man, Mr. Go, I don't know what you was looking at, bro. I don't know what you was looking at, man. I don't know how you thought that with nah, come on, man. Come on. Gotta watch the tape, bro. Gotta watch the tape. Oh my god. I'm not even a Bad Bunny fan, but I thought he had a better performance than either quarterback. I cannot argue with that. I didn't even see the Nike commercial with Marshawn. I missed it. I missed it. Probably in the middle of me dozing off. Oh my god. They had their shot, man. They had their shot. Listen, I agree. I agree with what AJ said, man. Every team, if you in the Super Bowl, you deserve to be there. If you are in the Super Bowl, you deserve to be there. I agree with AJ Brown. It is so very difficult to get to this point and so very difficult to win it. So congratulations to the Seahawks. You won the Super Bowl 60. You deserve it, man. Go take your ring and talk your talk. Because guess what? Did nobody had the damn Seahawks in the Super Bowl? Did nobody had them on their bingo card? Nobody. If you'd have said that at the beginning of the year, picking the Seahawks and the Patriots, all the money would have been on the Patriots. All of it. What did I say? What's the final score? I said 27-17, right? 29-13. Okay, I was close. I was close. But that was bad. Yeah, Pat's O-line, but I don't think it's that Seahawks defense, man, was just good. It was just good. Oh my god, how far away we from Seattle? What you mean as far as the team? Yeah, I saw what some of the stuff Micah was saying, but Micah his leash is off. He played for the Packers now. Uh Carlos, you know what? I'll open it up for a little bit. I'll open it up for a little bit. I'll do that. Give me a minute. I'll drop the link. Yeah, Drake May got to be better than that to be a Super Bowl. You could tell he was pressing halfway through the third quarter. I just told my wife, I was like, he gonna throw a pick. I was like, because he's like, school's out. You don't have a choice. You got to go for it. So I was like, I know he gonna throw a pick, and he threw a pick six. So Jets could really use a quarterback like Sam Darnold. Listen, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because, and I say this all the time, it's all about where you are and when you are. It's all about where you are and when you are. Sam Darnold was never a bad quarterback. Sam Darnold was never a scrub. He just wasn't in his right place. And he was in where? Tennessee. He wasn't in Vegas for a hot second, and he ends up in Seattle. And again, I love Mina Kimes, but remember Mina Kimes' rant when they traded Sam Darnold to the Seahawks and they got rid of Geno Smith, and she was crashing out about that. And again, as much as I respect and I like Mina Kimes' content, everybody's guessing. Everybody's guessing. Nobody has any answers. You got the same information that we got as fans. The only difference is your voice is a little bit louder. Everybody's guessing. Don't nobody know shit. You got just as much information as we do. And you hoping they're going to play it out and see what they're going to see. Because based on what Mina said at the beginning of the year, Seattle made the worst mistake they could getting rid of Geno Smith and acquiring Sam Darnold. And look where we are. Guess who got a trophy? And guess who don't? Geno Smith was horrible down in Vegas. It's all about where you are and when you are. So guess what? It is what it is. Hope Mannion fixes our offense so we can go back to the big game. Listen, our Super Bowl window is not closed, not by a long shot. To be honest with you, I'm more worried about the coaching changes on defense than I am on offense. So we'll be fine on offense. If not for nothing else, Jalen Hurts has proven he can deal with new play callers. He can deal with new play callers, not bad ones. Damn, this was a wasted opportunity, man. And as ugly as that game just was, man. Wow. I never forget this. This is what this game reminds me of. This was a lesson I learned when I was a kid. Back when I was a kid, we was living in St. Louis, and my dad always had us involved in stuff. And we used to run track for this famous track team out of East St. Louis called the Royal Knights. This was back in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s. We ran for this team called the Royal Knights. But we went to Nebraska. It was the Wilma Rudolph Invitational track meet. And at the time, I was a long jumper. I was a damn good long jumper. I was like 12 years old. I was like 10 years old. And I was jumping over 17 feet as a 10-year-old. Long story short, we go to this meet. And to qualify, you had to jump 15 feet. I qualified. But I was jumping like 17.6, 17.7. Like I was well above and beyond anybody my age. The finals was like 9 a.m. the next day. And I was in the room with my friends, hanging out with the guys, and they wanted to walk to the local convenience store and get like some breakfast. And so we walking around, I'm hanging out, and then I realized I'm running late. And I showed up like 10 minutes late, and I got scratched. I got scratched because I missed the start of the finals. And I thought my coach was going to cuss me out. I thought he was pissed now. He was mad. But I remember his name was Mr. Carr. And he called me over there, and I knew I was in trouble. And he looked at me and knew I knew. And he put his hand around me. He said, so you missed your time and you got scratched, huh? Yes, sir. He said, what did you jump yesterday? And I was like 17.10, whatever. It was 17 something. And he said, And what did the winning jump get? The winning jump was like 15 something. And he just looked at me. He was like, oh. And he was just kind of like, you got to pay attention to what you're supposed to do and be where you're supposed to be on time. And I never forgot that lesson. Because that cost me a victory. Because the dude that won it was nowhere near as good as I was. And that's how I feel right now. The Seahawks are nowhere as good as the Eagles are. But I can't say that because they won their games and we didn't. So we can't say that we're better than the Seahawks because when the Seahawks won when they needed to win, they won their playoff games. They won their divisional round. They won their conference. They did what they had to do to get to the big game, and then they won the big game. So they are better than us in this regard, period. But you understand what I'm saying because as far as I look at it, as an Eagles fan, we just missed a golden opportunity. We missed a golden opportunity, not just to win another Super Bowl, but to go to back-to-back. To go back-to-back. Do you realize if Jalen goes back-to-back, that's Hall of Fame. You're talking about Hall of Fame caliber. Same thing with Sirianni. As much as people rip on Sirianni, you go back-to-back, you in rare air. But we blew it. We blew it in that second half against San Francisco. Couldn't get nothing together. And we blew it. That's the best way I can put it. We blew it. So that was a nice and relevant story. As Commanders fans, I don't know about the Eagles winning. I ain't mad at you. The Board Bowl, absolutely. What's up, Dr. Jan? That was boring. Oh. Hey, man, woulda, coulda, shoulda, don't do nothing but rhyme. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, don't do nothing but rhyme. We had our opportunities, and we didn't take care of business. That's on us. We didn't take care of business. Oh, brutal. Brutal. To know what you are capable of, to know where your potential lies, and to watch this. And to watch this hoist the trophy. That is frustrating. That is frustrating. Our window is not closed, and we got to get our behinds back in the mix. Oh. Take care of your business when you got to take care of your business, man. Golly. Ugh. No need to still think about that San Francisco game was like a month ago. Still, that's the key right there. You listen, you won, you only as good as your last game. You're only as good as your last game. And our last game sucked. We had a decent first half. And then we did the same thing that we always did this whole year. We came out the second here and laid an egg. Just came out the second half and laid an egg. Put a deuce in the toilet. Couldn't do nothing with it. So I just gotta laugh. Just gotta laugh, man. So all right, I'm gonna drop the link in a couple minutes. I'm gonna give everybody. I'll give you about 2-3 minutes. Say what you got to say, and I'm gonna keep it moving. All right, I'm not gonna keep everybody on. I'm gonna bring on one person at a time. So if you want to come on, you know the rules. Have your mic ready. You don't have to be on camera, but you do have to have. Hopefully, you got headphones so I can hear you. And then if you don't want to be on camera, just turn your camera off. But you can still come on. And then I'll give you like 2-3 minutes. Say what you got to say. Then we gonna keep it moving. I'm not gonna have like 3 and 4 or 5 people on at the same time. Not tonight. But I'm gonna drop the link in about 3 minutes. In 3 minutes. So get your opinions and your hot takes. I don't care if you want to talk Bad Bunny, if you want to talk the Eagles, if you want to talk the Seahawks. Maria Taylor giving a trophy. First time a woman has done that. Congratulations. Whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to talk about the draft. I got to reach out to my boy Ian Cummings. I'm gonna have him on the show pretty soon. because he's the draft expert. So we're gonna talk about that because it's that time again. Super Bowl is over. Yeah, man, this was a snore fest. This was a snore fest. So, oh my God, man. When was the last time a running back was Super Bowl MVP? I don't even know. That's a great question. Great trivia question, dude. I don't know. Terrell Davis? Yeah, I think you might be right. I'm trying to think. Did Jamal when the Ravens won that year, wasn't that Jamal Lewis? Maybe. I could be wrong. I don't remember. Today and Terrell Davis? Okay. Cool. Funny you mentioned Terrell Davis because reports are saying that we might go to like some zone read runs, which I was so happy to hear. So we might hear that, man. We might see something a little bit different, man. Yeah, if y'all want to talk Jeff Stoutland, talk Jeff Stoutland, man. We got some stuff. I'm dropping the link now. So damn, man, we just gave up that opportunity, man. Hurts remains defending MVP for quarterbacks. Okay, all right. Okay, I can live with that. It was the running back for the Chiefs when they beat the Bucks. Was that? No, I was about to say Priest Holmes. I'm going back too far. I don't know. Ray Lewis won it that year. Okay, gotcha. Oh, the links is up there. The Barbarian is up. All right, we got two people up. All right, Cass, I'm gonna get you first, and then Chris 3K, you up next. What's up, Cass? What's good with you?
What up, Coach? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, it is amazing. It is awesome to have a quarterback that can read a blitz in the Super Bowl.
Ain't that something?
I'm talking about and the same kind of blitzes because Spags loves those nickel blitzes. The same kind of blitzes. It is awesome to have a quarterback that can read a blitz in the Super Bowl.
That was a snore fest, bro.
I'm just gonna say this because I seen that other thing that was going around earlier today. I saw it late though. This whole thing about Jalen Hurts got voted the NFL player with the biggest fall off, which is hilarious to me.
Oh, but man, get out here with that.
That's hilarious to me. I'm just gonna say,
yeah.
Let's see if they're gonna say about Drake May, oh, how hard it is to get back, and how hard it's gonna be for him to get back.
Right.
Especially after the way he played in that game. Jalen had an all-time game, and they still was talking about he might not get back there. He might not. Oh. So let's see if the energy is gonna be the same. We know it's not, but let's just see by just see if the energy will be the same.
And I gotta say, man, and he's my boy. I'm gonna ride with him because I'm a Cincinnati kid and I grew up with him. Man, Chris Collinsworth was glazed today, dude. I was like, come on, dog.
Hey, Chris Collinsworth is a tool, yo, and I don't even use that word. But like he is like listening to him is like listening to nails on. When they announced that the Super Bowl was gonna be on NBC, I was dreading tonight all season long. And he showed why tonight. Like he talking about how impressive this is. I like, bro, there's nothing impressive going on about none of this quarterback play tonight.
He was talking about that stuff in the first quarter. It was like the game ain't even got started yet. What are you talking about? Like, come on, Chris.
There's nothing like you could say Sam Darnold didn't play a bad game, but he didn't play a good one either.
I want to hear all this conversation about game managers this week. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, because they showed Kenneth Walker's stats for the entire playoff run. Jalen got carried to a Super Bowl. I mean, did Sam Darnold get carried to one?
Exactly.
Because that defense is ridiculous, and their defense did something similar to what our defense did last year against Pat. But Jalen put up 40.
Yeah, their defense was nice. The defense was
Well,
nice.
technically, Jalen put up 33.
Right. So,
But I mean, we gonna see though. I'm so sick of the people just not keeping the same energy. Have the same energy.
that's status quo, man. You know how it is. It's always us. It's always something else. It's always something, some type of low hanging fruit that somebody got to pull from as to why we shouldn't have won. We ain't gonna win. All of that kind of stuff. Everybody got excuses, man. But this was frustrating to watch. From the standpoint of we should be better than that.
Yeah, this is not a good. This is not a fun Super Bowl to watch unless you lived in Washington State.
Yeah, man. But all right, bro. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you.
No problem, Coach. Appreciate you.
You got it, man. Go Birds. It's all off season now. Howie season, you up?
Oh yeah. Ski mask Howie.
You got it, man. All right, brother. I'll talk to you. Here's 3K. Talk to me. What's going on, dude?
What it is, Coach?
You just waking up from that game?
Man, yeah. It was pretty, man. It was pretty whatever, man. It was what it was, man.
That was horrible.
It was. Just to touch on a couple things. One, as far as off-season priorities, I think offensive line is number one. I do think for me individually, my priority is we got to get another cornerback opposite of Quinion. That's a priority. When you see what Seattle was able to do, because there really wasn't a weak point in the secondary and just bring it forward. I know we did that last year, but obviously, because we were so stacked in the secondary last year. So I think getting corner opposite of Quinion, I think is a priority for me after offensive line. Two, I just think man, kind of piggybacking off what you said, man, when you know the potential of, based on what we just saw and the potential that we should have offensively, it is hugely disappointing to see what we produced. Opportunity potentially blown, but at the same time, I mean, that's us talking. But the reality is that they stepped on the field for 18 weeks and they put that product on the field and they got
absolutely.
So we can always do the shoulda, coulda, woulda. I'm pretty sure the Rams think the same way. I'm pretty sure Denver think the same way. So it is what it is. We played, and our offense did what it did.
They wanted Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl so bad. So
you still got me covered? Okay. And then that's that. But and then the last little part, I just feel like when it comes to this quarterback thing, it's getting just too much, man, for me. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, if we ain't talking Pat Mahomes, all these other quarterbacks and what you say, it's situational, man. Like, we see what the perception of Darnold was.
Right.
Yeah, he's able to turn his whole career around. You know what I'm saying? Just being in the right place at the right time.
Hold on. How mad are all them Viking fans?
Oh, they're hugely no. You know who's really mad that ain't nobody talking about? Or they probably how mad you think Justin Jefferson is right now?
Exactly.
How mad you think he is? You know what I'm saying? How mad you think Jordan Addison is right now? That's for all the people that think, that you can just, get rid of a quarterback and, receivers and guys like that don't appreciate who they playing with. Now they do. How mad you think Justin Jefferson is right now? Like, man, what could I have been doing with Sam Darnold? But I just hope, we know what Jalen's done in the big games, but I'm just, for me, like, I'm past all this quarterback stuff, man. I feel like there's one guy in this era that's clearly the guy, and that's Pat. Everybody else, situations, timing, where you at. And obviously, we know what Jalen can do, but we had our issues this year offensively, and I just hope that we can get right. But one question, a couple questions. I was asking in the chat, how far away or how many pieces you think we need to be able to compete with Seattle now? Because they are the champs. So what do you think we need?
We can compete with Seattle now. Our defense is just as good as Seattle.
Offensively, though, we kind of.
Offensively, personnel wise, we can compete.
Okay. All right.
Our problem all year was we was losing the chess match. I've been saying that all year.
Correct.
So, I mean, even the bad games we had, we still had opportunities to win.
Absolutely.
So, I'll say it again. We can compete with anybody, but for whatever reason, man, we just couldn't put things together on offense consistently for 4 quarters, and it finally caught up with us. And it caught up with us at the worst possible time. Devontae Smith miss dropped balls at the worst possible time. AJ Brown was dropping balls at the worst possible time.
Right.
And it was Murphy's law.
Yes, sir.
It was Murphy's law
was
for him, man.
Yep. And I don't know if you saw some of the AJ stuff over the weekend. He seemed to be in a good place. But people still spun that negatively. I don't know how. People are amazing with their ability to spin stuff nowadays.
Because they want to say what they want to say.
Right.
And I posted about that on my X account. I was like, I just posted that clip when he was with Bryce Young and what you call
Micah,
it?
right? I think it was
Micah Parsons, yeah.
On that podcast.
Bryce Young was to the left of him.
Yeah.
But my point was, I was like, when you got people that have had a history of mental illness, or what he dealt with specifically, people like that, they have to relieve their stress in a specific type of way that works for them, and it's not going to work for everybody. And in my opinion, that was why everybody was that's why everybody was ripping on AJ. They didn't like the tweets. They expected something else. And I'm like, listen, if that's what he's got to do, I have no problem with him not speaking to the media. None. It's not a good look. I will admit that. However, if it's better for his mental health for him not to speak to a media after a game like that, so be it. Because guess what? Yep. Folks gonna get mad anyways.
I was telling somebody. Yep.
I was gonna say, here we are now, however many weeks later, and the only problem I have when you don't speak to the media, we get a month and a half of people making shit up because they don't know what AJ Brown is thinking.
Correct.
Because everybody else thought AJ Brown was, he's ready to go. He can't stand Sirianni. He was mad at everybody. They blew up on the sound. They're giving all of that type of stuff. And then you hear that conversation and you like, well, where's all the anger at? He wasn't never angry. He was pissed off that he had a bad game in the playoffs. I understand that.
Right.
So he didn't want to talk to nobody, because in a situation like that, I guarantee you, he didn't want to make the situation worse. Because I guarantee you, if somebody would have caught him and asked him the question, the wrong thing was going to come out and they was going to drag him through the mud anyway.
Yep.
So he's like, F that. I'm going to do it my way. Because you're going to get me either way. So if you're going to get me either way, I'm going to make it worth my while. And I ain't talking to nobody. That's exactly what he did.
Makes sense.
He fine.
I just I just piggyback before I head up out of here. I just was of the mindset that I really believe that I just don't think, well, one, what you said is true. He handled it how he handled it. But I just feel like, I just don't think people understand when they look at the landscape of the league, because I think people just get focused on what we do. I don't think y'all really understand what having a number one wide receiver look like. And I just don't think, like, if y'all think like what AJ was doing was bad, y'all just don't really understand what bad can really be. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't want to talk to the media,
I think people have forgotten.
Yeah, I don't think people, you know what I'm saying, really take that into context. And I'm like, if he needed to do that, I mean, not talk to the media. Because, I was going to say, too, if he would have went, let's say if he did make his complaints, whatever he was talking about, not his complaint, but his statements behind closed doors, do we really think in 2026 a report wouldn't have came out anyway? They do it with Jalen. Jalen don't never say nothing bad. And they still make reports about Jalen every week. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So, But, I'm going to let you go on ahead and do your thing, because I know you only had a couple minutes. But I appreciate you always, Coach. Go Birds.
You got it, man. Oh, we should. Did I do? I didn't do it right. There we go. So yeah, man, it's people gonna say what they want to say, man. I was happy. I was so very happy that he was on the podcast with them and he was talking open, and he didn't sound like he had any animosity or anything like that. What I wish he would do, and this is just my personal opinion, what I wish he would do would be to call up somebody like Dave Zangara or Big Rube or Barrett or Baldy or Ike or somebody and do a one-on-one. Don't go on the radio like you did before. Like, do it like me. I would say like Dave Zangaro, because I like Dave Zangaro, and Dave Zangaro is gonna keep it 100, but he ain't gonna try to rake him over the coals. You know what I'm saying? So that would be, to me, that would be a good conversation to have. because it would be honest, or talk to somebody like heck, anybody. Talk to Rhea or talk to anybody. Like, call somebody one-on-one is like and be like, listen, I'm gonna talk to you, period. And you can ask me anything. We're gonna tape the whole thing so you don't edit and don't nobody get caught up and you can't cut it up to make it say what you want to say. And that's what I'm surprised that more athletes don't do that anyways. If you don't like talking to the media, or you think the media is out to get you or spin a narrative on you, the easiest thing for you to do is to record a conversation. Let's have a conversation. I'm going to have a one-on-one conversation with you because I trust the conversations I have with you, and you work at that radio station. So when I have the conversation with you, then you can take our conversation and put it on. And then that way I got a recording of it. So if something come out that's some bullshit, you can say, hold on. Let's go back and look at the context of the conversation. You ain't putting me, so everybody's on blast. So absolutely. He should talk to Seth. I want to talk to Seth. Because I would tell Seth, like, Seth, I don't agree with some of your takes on AJ. I just different. I understand what you were saying. I just don't agree with it. So, but at the end of the day, you're trying to get to the same end, and we just could not do that. Couldn't do it. Yes, I did see what happened to James Pierce Jr. And that whole situation with Rickea Jackson. It's horrible, man. It's horrible. I don't understand that. It's another bad look. I'll go there. It's another bad look for young black men, because they, for whatever reason, our young black men these days cannot seem to handle women the right way. They don't know how to act. They don't know how to treat. None of that. They don't know how to handle adversity. They don't know how to problem solve. None of that stuff. And this is what happens. You act out and you running from police and you, what? What happened in days when people would just have conversation? Or it's so far out of control, man. These kids these days, they got no problem solving skills whatsoever. And the fact that you add a bunch of money on top of that makes the situation worse. So that's my thoughts on that. But yeah, I like Jason Avant. He can talk to any player. You know, it's my thing would be, I don't like what happens because I've seen it enough times. Because the way the situation is now, the media they kind of got you in their sights. And when you don't talk to the media, you get crucified for it. And you can have good reasons, but I would say make it worth your while. Find somebody you don't mind talking to and talk to that person. If you got to let that person be the mouthpiece for you, so be it. And I don't understand why some athletes don't do that anyways. They have to a degree because all these athletes now got podcasts and things of that nature. But when it's coming to a specific setting, you got fans that want answers to specific questions. That's why I say you should find a reporter that's going to be fair. Let me say it like that. Find a reporter that's going to be fair. They ain't going to glaze you all the time. And if they got some hard questions for you or some uncomfortable questions for you, at least you feel comfortable talking to that person. And then you can get to the gist of it and have a conversation. But there are a lot of people that are trying to get a narrative, trying to get a rise, trying to create a story where none exists. So, because I saw a lot of people on X today that somebody, even, I think it was Broad's Media, Brody on WIP was like, I don't trust anything that AJ Brown is saying. Why not? Why don't you trust him? Because he didn't talk to the media? Because he was putting out tweets? Like, why wouldn't you trust him? That makes no sense for somebody to say that. I don't trust anything, AJ. Why not? Because I still stand 10 toes down. AJ Brown didn't lie about nothing. AJ Brown told the truth. He was right from the giddy up. And then when it came back and bit us in the ass, everybody wants now the only thing you want to think about is, oh, he had a horrible game and they yelled at him on the sideline. And that's the only thing you stay with. That's the only thing you stay with. But if we would have had a better offensive scheme, if we'd have came up with something better at the end of the game, which is what our coaches are supposed to do, we might be having a different conversation. But it didn't, so we're not. So it is what it is. So I used to like Brody, but I got a thing with people that yell too much. That's why it's hard for me sometimes to watch Acho. That's why I can't watch Stephen A anymore. That's why what's the dude that streams all the time? Kai Cenat. I can't watch him. Like I get irritated when people just all they do is holler and scream. It's like, bro, I can hear you. My volume works, or I'm right in front of your face. Why are you screaming? Like why are you and people trying to make something bigger than it actually is? And I understand the production of it sometimes, but that just irks me. When Stephen A. Smith get on his tangents, Kai Cenat get on his tangents, Brody gets on his tangents yelling, and I'm like, dude, shit, like tone it down, bro. So, a lot of that stuff I just tune out. I just skip it. So I can't really say nothing bad about it because it's working for them. But I can't listen to it. Sometimes I listen to Acho. Acho is not stupid. But sometimes the way he come across, and I know he's doing it for production. He did the same thing when he was on the show with Joy Taylor and all them other ones. And he comes across as loud, and sometimes he comes across as a know-it-all. And that's annoying sometimes. Like, you come across looking, sounding like Mr. Peabody. and like, don't nobody else know what they're talking about. And sometimes that gets and now he makes good points, but sometimes I'm like, bro, I can't deal with you right now. And I just turn it off. So, I got a big thing. Like now, a lot of people, they have something to say so they can say they had something to say. If that makes sense? They have something to say so they can say, I had something to say. And it just comes out bad. Just comes out bad. Yeah, Panda. He can get annoying. He can get annoying. He was good at one time. Yeah, that was a whole thing, man. That was a whole thing. I get like, listen, man. I've been married for 30 years, bro. Like, I get irritated when, like, let grown folks do what grown folks do. If they not married, that ain't none of my business. But everybody wanna get in the story, man. Everybody want to be a part of the story. And everybody want to like expose folks nowadays. I didn't like before people would, keep your business quiet and stuff like that. But that was a long time ago. You can't do that shit now because to talk about somebody's business pays well these days. That's the problem. Why you think you got these channels and these websites, TMZ and all of that type of stuff? Remember when TMZ was strictly tabloid type stuff? Nobody trusted TMZ. Now they one of the more reputable news sites. Like, when did that change take place? Before they was about as bad as World Star. And now all of a sudden TMZ, like, that became a source for vetted information. It's interesting how time works, man. Very interesting how time works. I used to watch and listen to a lot of Load Talkers when I was younger. I still like a lot of them, but can't handle the format anymore. Yeah, I turn it off. I turn it off. I'm so comfortable on like what I'm doing now with Pro Fan Talk. And that's why you hear me say this a lot. Like, them guys that's on the radios and on TVs and stuff like that, they do not know more than I do. They just tend to get the information out first and the loudest. It's not like they don't. It's not like they know more than me. So yeah, it just I take it or leave it. I try not to like hate on folks and stuff like that, because if I don't like something, I just turn it off. I've gotten very good at that. I'm not going to try to convince somebody else to not listen to something unless you find a source and they just right? Lying, putting out false stuff. Then I will tell people to avoid it. But for the most part, if you don't like somebody, that's subjective. What if I like it? If you like it, I love it. Or more what a common say. What a common say in this song. If I don't like it, I don't like it. It don't mean that I'm hating. And that's how it feels. So I would just choose not to listen, watch. I had a thing the other day. I made a post, or no, I shot a video about Caitlin Clark and some of the stuff that was going on in the WNBA. And somebody's response was, "Why are you still talking about her? Why do you care so much about Caitlin Clark and blah 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 blah?" And I was like, "If you don't care about her, why are you responding to this post? Just don't care about it. Don't like you're welcome to say and do it and feel how you want to feel, but that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just putting out my opinion." So people get mad because your opinion or your take doesn't align with what they want you to say, and they get upset. If you don't like what I'm saying, or if you don't agree with my content, why are you still watching? If you don't like Acho, don't watch Acho. That's what I've gotten. And the funny thing is I had to really discipline myself to do that. That's the problem. I had to discipline myself to do that. Like, there's a ton of people that like Acho. I'm not going to convince anybody to stop watching Acho if I put some nasty tweet on his feed. It's not going to help. So why do it? Save that energy for something else. I'm not going to change your mind with one conversation. That's not how it works. Yeah, Panda, AJ still got 1,000 yards on a bad year. So that's the way it goes sometimes, man. That's the way it goes. But, back to this nonsense we saw today. Like, good grief. Oh, it just made me feel bad, man. I was just like, I started thinking about it. I got my feelings again. Like, listen, I'm over the Jeff Stoutland stuff. This made me completely compartmentalize that stuff. Put that over here. We missed the golden opportunity to win another Super Bowl. We missed the golden opportunity, man. And that, to me, that sucks. That sucks. AJ did have a lot of drops this year for him, but you still can't match that production. So I will take a bad year from AJ any day of the week. Yeah, that was boring, bro. That was boring. I fell asleep. My wife laughed at me because I fell asleep. I fell asleep in like early in the fourth. So, but yeah, it is. Smitty had some drops too. Yeah, he did. So, it's listen, man. This is how the game goes. Look at Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold missed 2 touchdowns tonight. Overthrew both of them. Couldn't get the touch. Couldn't put that extra a little bit of lift on the ball to give his receiver that extra 1 or 2 steps to get underneath it and take one to the house. He couldn't do it. And again, that just shows how incredibly difficult it is to play at a high level, get to the ultimate game, and perform at the ultimate game. It's hard to do. Very hard to do. I don't think people appreciate Jalen Hurts throwing that dagger to Devontae Smith in the Super Bowl last year. How difficult that is. When everybody thought we was going to do something else, start running the ball, run out the clock. Nah, we did a 7-step drop, and Jalen Hurts launched it. And Devontae Smith did what Devontae Smith does. Made a play. I'm still mad that Nick Sirianni took the starters out because I wanted to put 50 up on them fools. That's what I wanted to do. Leave no doubt. They scored a couple touchdowns, and for a hot second, you thought Patrick Mahomes was going to make a comeback. Nah. Lead them starters in and let's get up to 50. Let's put 52 on them jokers. I was so mad when they gave up that goose egg. I wanted it bad, but it is what it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw that. Everybody get a turn, man. Everybody get a turn. So you switch to Olympic curling. Hey, shout out to all the curlers, man. Shout out to all the curlers. My bad. I don't know what just happened. I just hit a button by mistake. Let me bring up my watch this. Y'all may have seen this one, but I love bringing it up because I thought it was funny. Damn, I put out a lot of content. Hold on. See if I can do this. There we go. I love that picture. Love that picture. I started watching curling. I got a good friend of mine that I work with. Her daughter's in the curling, so that kind of got me into curling. It's just fun to watch because listen. I'm a child of the '70s, and everybody. My dad bought me and my sister. We had the shuffleboard, the little shuffleboard with the thing with the little ball bearings in it, and you slide it down. Basically, that was like curling. Works the same way. So yeah, I thought that was funny. That was funny. I like that. I was proud of that picture when I did that. I was proud of that picture, and it did because I did that in AI, but I was just happy that the AI did the Eagles logos and stuff correctly, and I was like, and it made me look like me. Now my head is the wrong shape. My head is more like an egg shape, but I got more like a kind of a cone head, but it was close enough with the glasses and the goatee and all that kind of stuff. So then they put the Eagles logo on the front of the stone. So originally I wanted to create a video clip and have me like gliding forward, like I'm coming for the camera, and I released the stone, but I gave it like 2 tries for it to try to do that, and it came up with some nonsense. I was like, yeah, this ain't what I want. So Snoop was curling. So yeah, man, it's one of them games that been around for a minute. Been around for a minute, man. So, but uh, but yeah, man, back to this damn game, bro. Uh, uh, uh. So now that the Super Bowl's over with, I will be having more uh Winter Olympics content. Um, the WNBA looks like they're gonna get a contract done. I'm hoping. So my pro fan hoops is growing. My pro fan hoops just got, let me see. I just hit a milestone. I got the 500 last week. And right now I am at Pro Fan Hoops is at 527 subs. 527 subscribers for Pro Fan Hoops. So I'm growing. So I'm at the point now where I got to start streaming a lot more because I can't make money off the videos, but I can take super chats and donations and stuff like that. So um, I'm thinking I might follow in the footsteps of Murph and some other content creators with using like Cash App in my Venmo and my PayPal account. That way you don't have to split the cost with YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So um, different ways of doing it, different ways of doing it. So I got some goals this year. I'm still efforting. I'm trying to figure out a way to get um, how to actively recruit, trying to get more people for this organic growth. Or let me tell you my goal. My organic growth means everybody that comes in and subscribes stays with me. Because you guys will notice in my chat, you see some of the same faces all the time, some of the same screen names, because they are consistent and they rock with me. they stick with my channel, and I'm just trying to grow that. That's what I call, or that's what they call organic growth. The people that subscribe really invest in your content. That's where I'm trying to be. Now that I'm there, now that I can turn on the camera, sight unseen, no promo, no nothing. Just turn the camera on, go live, and I know I'm gonna see some of the familiar faces that join in. I'm trying to build that base. So I'm trying to recruit, and I'm trying to tell people, y'all think I be joking when I say tell your friends about me. Invite your family, invite your great grandmama, anybody. Anybody that think you would like sports, tell them to come on down. Because my goal is I'm still trying to get to that point where I'm getting 100 to 150 people on a stream. That's the goal. I want to get to triple digits. And then once I get to triple digits, I want to get to the point like Tony Grossi and some of them guys getting like 15 and 18,000 people on a live stream. Oh my God. Crazy. So trying to broaden some of the horizons. My base will always be the Philadelphia Eagles, but obviously with the Winter Olympics, I'm going to be doing that. The WNBA, I got a separate channel for that, so I didn't have to cross the streams a lot. So the Winter Olympics World Cup is coming. So I'll definitely be doing soccer, man. So I'm trying to expand a lot. So I'm trying to build this base, and I want it to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's a slow grind, but it's growing slowly but surely. So we're going to keep it moving. Do I see a defensive trend in starting in the NFL? A defensive trend like what? I mean, defense always wins championships, but it just happens the last 2-3 teams that have been in the Super Bowl had great defenses. I don't think that's anything new. So, yeah, you excited for the World Cup? Yeah. Can't wait to see it. So, yeah, I'm still kind of in my feelings that we wasn't in that game because I hate that. It's like, oh man, we could have beat that team. It's like, well, you had your opportunities, but you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You didn't do what you're supposed to do, and this you get what you get. That's it in a nutshell. You get what you get. So, yeah. First defensive play call to win the chip. Yeah, this was definitely a defensive battle. She's a Seahawks fan too, isn't she? Isn't Mina Kimes a Seahawks fan? I thought she was. But the last two Super Bowls, man, defense wins championships. They can't win if they can't score. That's it. I know you want to throw the ball for 400 yards, but you can't win if you can't score. If you throw the ball, look at Tom Brady in 2017. Tom Brady lit us up for what, 500 something yards? But he couldn't score when he needed to score. That's why we won a Super Bowl that year. Defense wins championships, man. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Today's game was a prime example. Defense wins championships, and the Philadelphia Eagles still have a pretty damn good defense. So we all right. We all right. Our Super Bowl window is still open. I do believe our offensive changes at coaching is going to work. Yes, it is an X factor with the whole Stoutland thing, but maybe Stoutland just didn't want to get into learning the new system and leave that to the young guys, and he walked away. I don't know ultimately what the reasons were. Was the disagreement with Sirianni why he wasn't run game coordinator? Was that big? I don't know. We'll find out. Guarantee you we'll find out. So, but all right, man. Panda, you sent me something on X. Let me see. I'll keep talking about those passing yards. None of these things. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. All them yards, and it don't matter, man. What you do in the game on a particular day is the only thing that matters, man. Whether you throw for 350 or whether you throw for 150 or whether you throw for 50. Yeah, I keep using that term, man. Everybody wants style points. Everybody wanted to look a certain way. How much did that help them tonight? It didn't. They relied on their run game. Seattle had a run game and defense to win that game. That was the difference. Walker was the difference for Seattle. If Walker didn't go off today, Seattle's still on the struggle bus. And you don't know how that game is going to turn out because the Patriots will still be in the game. It'd have been another low scoring, it was already boring. It'd have been worse. So I appreciate that, Panda. So, but yeah, we had our opportunities this year, and the Eagles just couldn't get it done. And when you see teams win when they're supposed to win, this is what you get. You get to have that confetti fall, and you get to lift that trophy, and you get your chip. That's what it's all about, man. Don't get it twisted. Don't put nothing on it that don't belong. It's all about winning the chip. And somehow we lost sight of that message because everybody wanted the style points. Everybody wanted the 300 yards passing and 35, 40 attempts and all of that stuff, man. It's like, nah, we got the recipe on what works. Stick with that recipe. And hopefully as a team, as an organization, we getting back to that recipe again. But we'll see. We shall see. But all right, guys, I'm about to get up out of here. We rocked for about an hour, 5 minutes. That's good enough for me. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of conversations about the Super Bowl, how boring it was Bad Bunny any good, all of these questions, whether commercials any good, all of that stuff. And we'll have plenty of time for it. But in the meantime, I'm going to mosey up on out of here, get some more chicken wings that my wife cooked. I'm going to play some more Arc Raiders. And then I'm going to go to bed and get this week started again and hope that we don't get no more damn snow in the Northeast. So I'm going to get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all. It has been a hell of a year. I am certainly thankful for you guys rocking with me. We're going to continue to grow this squad. I want to make it bigger and bigger. Please, like I said, if you haven't subscribed, please do. And tell your friends about me. Send it out to your mom or your whatever, whoever that other sports friend is. Whoever that other sports friend is, man. We got to grow this base and we can keep on doing our thing, man. So y'all have a great week. Enjoy the off season. And before you know it, we'll be looking at the draft and counting down the days till camp. I'm out of here, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Stay the course. Go Birds.